What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2024 Mission 200 at the Glen. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Xfinity Series has a legendary road course known as Watkins Glen International Speedway. Considered the Super Speedway road courses is going to be a very fast-paced race with a lot of turns and a lot of chaos that can happen at this racetrack. The last time we ran here at Watkins Glen, we saw Sam Mayer pick up a second career NASCAR Xfinity Series victory in 2023. He's looking to get his third win of 2024 and looking to go back-to-back this year at Watkins Glen. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is looking extremely promising. It's going to be 86 degrees high with 59 degrees low with only a 10% chance of rain with sunny skies. Could be a little more if we're headed out the racetrack, but the weather should be pretty nice as well. And the weather is looking pretty solid and pretty good for this weekend at Watkins Glen. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Usually for the Xfinity Series, you got 2 suck picks, 2 underdog picks, a winner's pick, and 4 drivers you watch out for. But because we're headed to a road course, I got 3 suck picks, 3 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the week, and I think will not have a good run, 3 underdog picks, 3 drivers who desperately need a good run or are really good at this type of track and underfunded equipment. I do my winner's pick, the driver thinks going to win the race overall, and I will have 5 drivers you need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the Mission 200 at the Glen? My first suck pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 81 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith, historically, not just in the Xfinity Series, but even in the Truck Series as well, he has generally struggled on road courses, and I unfortunately do not expect Chandler Smith to be very competitive this weekend, sadly. I expect the 81 team to struggle. He hasn't had the finishes to show for it this year. He's been involved in multiple wrecks and multiple incidents on road course tracks throughout the 2024 season. I sadly think he's going to struggle, and I don't think Chandler Smith is going to have the pace and speed to contend, unfortunately, this weekend at Watkins Glen. I think he's going to struggle. My second suck pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is a driver of the 9 car for Junior Motorsports, Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones has never been really good at road courses. He's been Xfinity for almost 10 years up to this point and never has really ran up front. On top of that as well, I feel like the 19 just hasn't had the luck to show for it so far in the 2024 season. He's had a couple good runs, but every time they have a fast car, something goes terribly wrong for them. I unfortunately think Brandon Jones is not going to have the pace and speed to contend this weekend, and sadly, I expect the 19 to finish near the back of the pack and not have a strong run, unfortunately, this weekend at Watkins Glen with the 19. And my third and final suck pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 11 car for Kaulig Racing, Josh Williams. Josh Williams has qualified decently on road courses so far this year, but outside of his teammates Shane Van Gisbergen and AJ, he's just behind him, unfortunately, on performance. And his 11 team, while they've had some solid runs this year and have had some good performances, generally so far this year it has not been a strong season for the 11 organization. Unfortunately, I do think Josh is going to struggle and most likely finish in the back of the pack. He's going to get caught up in some incident and some wreck. Unfortunately, he will not have a chance and opportunity to win this weekend at Watkins Glen because he gets caught up in an incident. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the Mission 200 at the Glen. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is a driver of the 15 car for AM Racing, Joey Logano. Now, generally this year, AM Racing has struggled. Haley Deegan did not run well on road courses. They had some sort of electrical gremlins and issues. But the last time they ran a road course, which is Chicago, Joey Logano wheeled this car to an 8th place finish. I think Joey Logano is actually going to have a chance to get a top 5 or top 10 this weekend. I would not be surprised if he somehow finds a way to bring this car to victory lane, because Joey Logano's been pretty good at Watkins Glen in the past. He has a couple wins at this racetrack in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and also the Cup win at this track. I think Joey Logano actually will have a pretty solid and a pretty strong opportunity for a good run this weekend at Watkins Glen with the 15 team. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver 32 car for Jordan Anderson Racing, Austin Green. Austin Green has been very impressive so far on road courses in 2024. In 4 or 5 NASCAR Xfinity Series starts this year, his worst finish is 11th. And I think Austin Green is going to have the pace and speed to contend for another top 10. He's been the best car that's been out there for that Jordan Anderson Racing Group on road courses this year. I think Austin Green will have a very solid shot and a really good opportunity for a great run this weekend at the Glen with the JAR organization. And my third and final underdog pick for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 48 car for Big Machine Racing, Parker Kligerman. Now, usually I would have Parker Kligerman as one to watch for this weekend, but because the field is so stacked with Cup drivers that are coming down and really good talent, I can't put him as one to watch. I think Parker, though, will have a pretty good run. He's had a pretty solid year. Yes, they've had issues with penalties among other things throughout the season, but I do think Parker Kligerman is going to have a very solid and a pretty fast car, and I do expect Parker Kligerman to have a really solid shot and opportunity to maybe get a chance at an outside shot at a top 5 this weekend with Big Machine Racing at Watkins Glen. And now we'll go ahead and jump on the winner's pick for the Mission 200 at the Glen. Who is my winner's pick? My winner pick for this weekend is pretty much a no-brainer. This guy has won 3 of the 4 road course races so far in 2024, and realistically, he should have won his Circuit Americas as well. I am picking the driver of the 97 car for Kaulig Racing, Shane Van Gisbergen, to pick up his 4th win of 2024 at the Glen. I expect him to be dominant. He's going to have some competition for guys like Connor Zilisch and Sam Mayer, and those guys are really good at this racetrack. But at the end of the day, I think SVG is going to get it done. I think he gets his 4th win of the season, become the first driver with 4 wins in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I think SVG gets it done. I think this 97 car has been so strong at road courses. He's been the best at every road course race so far this year. I think SVG will pick up his 4th win of 2024 this weekend at Watkins Glen. And now we'll go ahead and jump on the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 88 car for Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilisch. Connor Zilisch is making his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut this weekend, but Connor Zilisch has been a beast at road courses in the lower series. Last year in the ARCA race, which he's also competing in, by the way, he dominated that race, had a broken sway bar, and he still ended up going on and finishing second, getting beat on the last lap. I think Connor Zilisch is going to be a major threat and contender, and I think he could have a chance in his debut to win in his first ever Xfinity start. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is a driver 16 car for Kaulig Racing, AJ Allmendinger. Now, AJ Allmendinger has won here before in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, I believe, or has come close to winning, but he's one of the best road course racers in the field. Now, he's not been as strong as his teammate SVG, but I do believe that AJ will be a threat and contender for the win this weekend. He's still looking for that first win of the year. I think he's got a good shot and opportunity for sure to win this weekend at Watkins Glen with the 16 team. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs has been one of the best drivers in Xfinity when he comes down here in races. While he hasn't won a race so far this year, I do expect that Ty Gibbs is going to be a threat and contender to get his first win of the season. Look, the 19 cars had pace and speed a lot of the time. He's been one of the strongest guys behind the wheel of the sea. He had a good chance to win the race at Sonoma before unfortunately losing his mind in that race. I think Ty Gibbs will have a really solid chance and a really strong opportunity to win this weekend at Watkins Glen with the 19 team. The fourth driver to watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is a driver of the 1 car for Junior Motorsports, Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer, of course, is the defending winner of this Xfinity Series race, but he's also been super inconsistent throughout the whole entire season. But I think Sam Mayer could have a chance to turn it around. He's been really good at road courses all year, had a fast car at Chicago, had a pretty fast car in other races throughout the 2024 season. I think Sam Mayer, who's looking for his 3rd win of the year, I think he's going to have a really strong chance, a really solid run, and a strong opportunity to get win number 3 of 2024 in his 7th career NASCAR Xfinity Series victory with this organization. And the fifth final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Watkins Glen is the driver of the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Eric Almirola. A lot of you are probably going to think I'm a little bold for picking Eric Almirola, but hear me out. Yes, in the Cup Series, he struggled on road courses. But in Xfinity, last year at Sonoma, he drove the 28 for RSS Racing, and guess what? He went to victory lane in that car. I think Eric Almirola, especially with how fast he's been in the 20 cars so far this year, I do think Eric Almirola is actually going to have a really solid and strong performance. I expect Almirola to be really quick. The 20 car has been really strong this year. It's won a lot of races as of recently. One with Ryan Truex not too long ago. One with Christopher at Darlington. I think the 20 car is going to have a really solid chance and opportunity to pick up the victory this weekend at Watkins Glen. So, those are my race picks for the Mission 200 at the Glen. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Chandler Smith, Brandon Jones, Josh Williams. My underdog picks are Joe Logano, Austin Green, Parker Kligerman. My winner's pick is Shane Van Gisbergen. And the ones to watch out for Connor Zilisch, AJ Allmendinger, Ty Gibbs, Sam Mayer, and Eric Almirola. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2024 Mission 200 at the Glen. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment below your picks below for this weekend's Xfinity race at Watkins Glen. Let me know your suck picks, let me know your underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know your drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Watkins Glen. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have race picks for the Go Bowling at the Glen. We're also going to have the paint skin video for the Go Bowling at the Glen as well. Then on Friday, we're either going to have a news video or a silly season update dropping. We could have 2 videos dropping on Friday. Saturday, of course, we're going to have the NASCAR Xfinity review. We might have a couple SVG videos dropping throughout the day, depending if he wins the poll or not. And then, of course, we're going to have the Cup Series race review on Sunday, along with the starting lineup video as well. Got a lot of great content dropping that I cannot wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.